over 400 families when it comes to what we do. So without further ado, I want to introduce you guys to Miss Odetta King. Okay.
Hi, Nico. You did an amazing job. Wow, kudos to you. Listen, I love these webinars that we do to educate our community. Hi, guys. I see so many of you. I want to give a shout out. Hey, Sharon. Nice to see you. Lisa, I'm very happy when I heard Eric said you were going to be on tonight. Shout out to my cousin. Oh my God, so many of you. Kavita, wow, so nice to see you on. I know we had an appointment tomorrow or Friday, I think it was. And I'm like, no, we need to get her on this Zoom. So happy to see so many of you. So listen, I know it seems like we're the bearer of bad news, but brace yourself, okay? Brace yourself. There is a silver lining at the end of this. And I want to share my screen. Let's see if I can share. I want to show some stats, right? This is you guys can Google these articles, right? We're just bringing it to your awareness. This article was written March 8, 2022, right? About 64% of Americans are now living paycheck to paycheck because of inflation. But I want to bring it down to this part here that shows the graph. Inflation is outpacing wage, right? So if you look at the graph, the orange 4.9 and inflation is 6.2. So right there, I want to tell you guys, if you have a job, right, and you did not get a raise of 6.2, you actually are getting a pay cut by default, right? Here it says, depending on here, or it should have been where, right? It just goes to show, even people make mistakes. Depending on where you live, 100,000 may not get you far. How many people make 100,000? Not a lot. Another article. This one was June 27, just a couple of days ago. 30% now of the people making over $250,000. Again, Google the percentage of how many people are making $250,000. Now, 30% of those people who are earning over $250,000 are also feeling the heat. So even people who are making money are also getting the squeeze. And then another one, this is a website that has a calculator. Right, I put in 100,000 in 2021. What is it worth, or what's the buying power of today with 100,000? Well, 100,000 now you have to actually spend 111,000. So everybody is feeling it. We're spending more for cost of living, but our income has not gone up. Think about it. Are we going to win the money game if we're not even making enough, but we're spending more? So, brace yourself. I got good news, right? In times of uncertainty, in times when inflation is at an all-time high, in time when the market is not doing good, in these uncertain times, it is time for us to increase our activities. If you are ready to increase your activity, if you are ready to stack more coins, if you are ready to say, you know what, I will never be broke, not a day in my life, put some zeros in the chat. Why? We're going to be chasing those zeros. Our goal is to add more zeros. You want to add zeros to your net worth. If you are 100,000 net worth right now, add a zero to get you to $1 million net worth in 2-3 years. Because I promise you, these next 2-3 years, a lot of people are going to get richer. A lot of people are going to be millionaires. But you got to know this stuff. If you're making $1 million right now, or you worth $1 million, add another zero. Make that 10 million. If all you got to your name right now is $10,000, add another zero. Make that 100,000. The key is to chase these zeros, because that zero is going to make you a hero. In times of uncertainty, make no mistake, people are going to become wealthy. So I'm going to talk about 3 strategies when it comes to making that zero, adding that zero to your net worth. Because you know what? This is something that we were never taught. You know, I'm Guyanese. Came to this country, my parents did exactly what they told me to do. And somebody told them to do the exact thing that they did. Go to school, get a good job, and you're gonna be okay. Well, how did that pan out for many of us? Right? So the first rule to money, to win in the money game and beating inflation, is you got to get your money to give you a higher interest. If you know, you already know, we showed you enough articles. 6+% is inflation. Is your money earning 6% anywhere right now where it's sitting? Did your job give you a 6% increase? First rule to money, we got to get our money to compound. One of my favorite, Uncle Albert Einstein, created this formula, 72. You've all heard about it. You take number 72 and you divide it by the rate of return. That's going to give you the number of years your money is going to take to double. Have you guys ever wondered how do banks make money? Well, I'm going to tell you how they make money. 72 divided by 4% is 18 years. You have 10,000 today, you are straight up losing. You are straight up losing. Your money's not even working for you at 4%. Why? Inflation is 6.2. So your 10,000 that you have earning 4% is going to take you 18 years to double to 20, and another 18 years to double to 40. You are straight up losing. You will never win the money game at 4%. What if you're getting 12%? Let's go to the far right. 72 divided by 12 is now 6 years. Now we're talking. We're doubling inflation. Inflation is 6. You're getting 12% on your money wherever it's growing or sitting. Now you're talking. Now you're ahead of the curve. So the key is to get higher interest. But you ain't going to get this from the bank. You will never, ever, ever get this from the bank. 72 divided by 12% is 6 years. Now your 10,000 is going to double every 6 years. Now you set up to beat inflation because you're getting a higher interest than that 6%. So 36 years from now, you look up, you got 640,000. And I'm going to ask you the question again, where does the bank put your money? You're going to find out. So the bank is going to give you 4%, and in 36 years, you got 40,000 and you think you're good. I cannot tell you how many people I speak with and they tell me, Odetta, I'm good. And when we crunch the numbers and when we pull up this application and concepts, they're far from good, but because they did not know this information. So the bank is going to give you 40,000 after 36 years, and they're going to pocket that 600,000 because they knew where to take your 10,000 and go put it somewhere earning 12% and higher. That's the first way you're going to beat inflation. You got to get your money to get higher interest than inflation. And you're not going to get this from the bank. No, make no mistake. The banks will never give you 12%. That's the first way you're going to beat inflation. You got to get your money in accounts that are earning a much higher interest. Double the interest. Because again, if you don't do it, somebody else is doing it, and they're going to give you 20, 30, 40,000 in a couple of years, and they're banking, walking away with 600,000. Taxes. A lot of people don't understand taxes. The second rule to money is taxes. Depending on where you're putting your money, I promise you it's going to get taxed differently. If you put your money in a check-in, which everybody has, savings account, which everybody has, we are straight up losing. CD, stocks and mutual fund. Don't even get me started with stocks and mutual fund. Google it for yourself how bad the market is doing right now. So, putting money in these accounts, you're paying tax as your money grow. And checking and saving, it doesn't grow because the interest is 0.0 something, right? But let's say you have money in these accounts, you're going to pay tax on the growth. This is why the triangle is getting bigger. Now, let's talk about the folks who love to say, Odetta, I got a great 401k, 403b, or whatever their job is giving them. Oh boy, they are so clueless to what's going to happen to this money. 401k, 403b, IRA, SIP, annuity, pension, TSP, which is what post office get. When you and I put, well, not me, what I used to do, not anymore, right? What I used to do when I was in corporate America, right? What I used to do, not anymore, because I woke up. I learned this rule. But when most people put their money in these accounts, they don't pay tax in the beginning. They're going to pay tax later. So I want to bring you back to up here. You're telling the government, don't charge me tax on $10,000 today. Charge me tax on $640,000 later. When I'm ready to retire at 59, 60, 65, whatever age, and my money has grown bigger, then I want you to charge me tax. Well, who will do that if they really understand what's going on? You see, I'd rather pay tax today on $10,000, which is a small amount, rather than paying tax on $640,000, which is a larger amount. And don't you think with the rate inflation is going right now, what you think inflation is going to be like 36 years from now? This $640,000, let's just do this right now for fun. I'm going to go back to the calculator and let's put in $640,000, right? How much would that be? What's the buying power? What is the buying power? If somebody were saving this and had accumulated this amount today, there's $640,000, they would have to spend $715 buying power. Guys, we're all sleeping at this game. We're not set up to win. They're not teaching us in school this information. So not only you're going to pay more taxes because nothing goes down, it always goes up, but also this $640,000 is not even going to buy you a lot of stuff. So another way to look at this is, do you want to pay tax on the seed when your money is little, if you're a farmer, or do you want to pay tax on the harvest when your mango tree, your banana tree, or whatever it is has blossom and has tons of fruits all over? Do you want to pay tax on all of those fruits? Or do you want to pay tax on that one little itty bitty tiny seed? Another way to look at it, let's say you read my first book, If You Win Stacking, You Drop In, and you say, hey, Odetta, I read that you saved up $100,000. Can I borrow $50,000? And I said, yes, I'm going to lend you $50,000, but I'm not going to tell you how much interest I'm going to charge you until you're ready to pay me back. Now, who would ever borrow money not knowing how much interest they're going to pay back? This is what everybody's doing that has these accounts. Why? Because they do not know. And as long as we don't know, somebody else is stacking a whole lot of coins. The government. Because guess who's going to be taxing this $640,000? Uncle Sam, your favorite uncle that we've never met. Right? He's my uncle. He's your uncle. He's my favorite uncle because I know this rule. He put me on to this. So I'm not making a silly mistake like the mass. And this is why we have these educational webinars to put you guys onto the money game so you too can win the money game. Now, the third bucket for tax is tax advantage. What is tax advantage? You pay the tax today while your money is little, Because 36 years from now, when it grows to 640,000, Uncle Sam has to pass us and go to these guys over here. So here, you keep all your money. Guys, how many people do you and I think need to know this? Make no mistake, tax-free money means more money, period. If you and I go to the dollar store and the guy said, you know what? Don't pay me tax. It's just 99 cents. Guess what? I just saved me 6 cents. I just saved me 6 cents. If you go to any store and you buy something and the guy said, no tax, you just saved yourself some money. You just kept more money in your pocket. So tax-free money means more money. Tax-free money is good money. Tax-free money is the way to go. I cannot tell you how many people I sit with and they may have more money more than me, but it is not tax-free money. Which means a good chunk of it is going to go to guess who? Our favorite Uncle Sam. Because that money has to be taxed. It has to be taxed. Now, how are you going to beat inflation again? Let's apply this to your money. Do you want to pay more taxes in the end? And that money that you still accumulate, you're going to pay a lot more. Because inflation is going to go way up between now and 36 years from now. So you got to position your money good today. So 36 years from now, you're truly still winning the money game. Third rule to money, investment options. There's 3 places you could put your money. You could put it in the bank. And right now I'm going to tell you straight up, if you got money in the bank, you broke. If you have money in the bank, you are broke. Why you broke? You're broke because you're not earning 6%. You are losing money. If you're not earning 6% to even keep up with inflation, you are losing money. You are safely losing money in the bank. Because you're not getting 6% and you will never ever get 6% with money in the bank. Money in the bank should only be for transaction purpose. Money in, money out. Pay your bills, right? Pay your bills. Unless you have a major purchase and you need to show 3, 6 months, 9 months to whatever that's going to be to make your purchase, then you have the money parked there for that 3, 6, 9 months. Other than that, you don't leave it there forever. You don't leave it there forever. Money in the bank is for a transaction, not to sit there losing money, right? So here, your money is safe, but guess what? It's safely losing. And there is absolutely no growth unless it's whatever you put in. Because you ain't going to get no 1%, 2% or nothing. And even if you were, you're still losing because inflation is 6. You're already losing with your job. You can't go to your job and tell your job, hey, I need a 6% because inflation is now 6%. You're already losing with your job. Now you're going to lose with money in the bank too? Come on, people. This is why we're doing this webinar. The second place that you could invest your money is in the stock market. And this is where the 401k comes in, the 403b, the IRAs. People investing money in the stock market. Now here, your money can grow. But make no mistake, it is 100% not guaranteed. There is absolutely no safety with your money in the stock market. None. So can somebody tell me where in, I don't know, somewhere in the universe that tells you and I we have to put money in the stock market, lose 30, 40, 50, 60% every couple of years, 2001, 2008, 2020, every couple of years, it's okay to lose 30, 40, 50% and we're not even making it back? Or what we're making back is bringing us right back to even point or barely anything above, only to come here, Uncle Sam is going to sweep it up in taxes because this money has to be taxed. So are we really winning the money game if we're putting money in these vehicles that's 100% not safe, but it could grow? So do you want guaranteed to be rich, or do you want a guaranteed income that's going to be there for you when that time comes? Third place. My favorite place. My favorite place. And if you know, you'll know why it's my favorite place. Index account. This is not your regular index stock market or index mutual funds. No. You can only get this through life insurance companies. And I know some of you are probably saying, oh, life insurance, that. No. That's because you were never educated. That's because the people who told you about life insurance, they buy life insurance for burial. We don't buy life insurance for burial. In fact, for my birthday on Friday, I just stacked another $1 million. My net worth just went up exactly what I opened this call telling you. This is the time to get richer. This is the time to chase zero. Right? I practice what I preach. I practice what I preach. Friday's my birthday. I just increased my net worth by another $1 million. Another $1 million using cash value life insurance. Why? Because with these index accounts that are offered only through life insurance, your money is safe. You ain't ever losing money, and you got growth. So when the stock market go up, my money go up. When the stock market come down, my money is still safe. In fact, it's better than safe. And I'm going to show you why. Because the IUL, which is our cornerstone, our flagship product, everybody in my family got an IUL. True story. I just posted a picture in my group. My cousin Michelle, shout out to Michelle. When she had her first daughter, I said, Michelle, you got to do this for her. Guess what? She just got another baby, 8 weeks old. I didn't have to go to her. She came to me. She's like, Odetta, Evans need one of those things. She didn't even know how to explain it. She said, Evan need one of those things. I said, how old is he? 8 weeks. You got his social? Yes, let's go. Everybody getting the IUL, right? That's how you truly build wealth that's going to last beyond my lifetime. When I'm dead and gone, these kids are going to be solid and their kids are going to be solid. So with the IUL, Transamerica, right, our parent company, have 206 billion with the B. Don't play with us. Don't play with us. We are the #1 selling term life insurance by Forbes. Do not play with us. We don't sell you a death policy. If you get sick, heart attack, cancer, stroke, they are living benefits. You getting a check, honey. And #1 selling IUL as of last year. Why are people putting their money in this product? You know why? #1, we're outpacing inflation. Hello. We are outpacing inflation. What's the inflation interest? 6%. How much are we getting in this IUL? We doubling it up. We stacking it up. Do not play with us. 15% is the cap. And when the stock market is down and everybody losing money, what are we getting over here? We have a guarantee. This is why only life insurance can do this. There is a guarantee floor of 0.75, which is better than what the banks are doing. Now, for us to get this 0.75, it means everybody else and their mama is losing money. It means the stock market is negative. When the stock market is negative, we're making money. My second favorite uncle, Warren Buffett, what did he say? Rule #1 to invest in, never lose money. Never ever lose money. And what's rule #2? Remember rule #1, never ever lose money. Hello. So now you win in the money game. Imagine people are losing and you are making. That's a game changer. When everybody else is losing money, you are making money. Guys, that's a game changer to your finances. I never understood the concept how when some people are losing, others are making. in the same era, in the same year, in the same economy. This is what they're talking about. And Warren Buffett said it best. Rule number one, never ever lose money. But he didn't go further to tell us why. Of course, he told his people why. They know why. Never ever lose money is strategies like these. You could never lose your money. When everybody else is losing, we still making money. 0.75. On top of it, this is tax-free money. So baby Evans at 8 weeks old, when he's 21, he got money there for college. When he's 30, he got money there for a house. When he's ready to get married, he got money for his wife. When he gets his firstborn, he got money all the way. His poor little soul is all mapped out thanks to OdetaKing.com. His mama cousin. That's the power, right? Tax-free money at any age. And if he decides he wants to smoke pot and hang out, my cousin Michelle is going to take all that money because it's her money to begin with. Right? But also you're getting protection and living benefits. Again, I know people right now who got sick, heart attack, cancer, stroke. They did not die. They're still here with us, thank God. But their income was vastly affected because they cannot work. They cannot work. But they still got a mortgage. They still got rent to pay. They still got to pay for the light bill. They still got things they got to buy listen, they got to buy the medication. They got to get in a cab to go see the doctor. Living benefits will pay you and I a check. So maybe we're healthy right now and we're going good and everything is mighty dandy. But make no mistake, when you're in your 80s and 90s, I always say, you don't want to be old and broke. You do not want to be old and broke because nobody's going to come around you. But OdetaKing.com, my nieces, my nephew, even strangers will come around me because you know why? I got a check. I got a check. I got a check. And they're going to come for that check and they're going to take care of me because as long as I'm alive, they're getting a check. You do not want to be old and broke. So if you do not have one of these, are you well? Make sure you get in touch with a person who invited you because you're here today to win the money game. You're here today to beat inflation. And that is the first way that you're going to beat inflation. We're giving y'all a lot of nuggets. Do not procrastinate. Do not even think about it. If you have money in the bank right now, this is what you need to do. If you have money in your 401k, this is what you need to do. Reposition that money and make your money work for you. Get that higher interest because right now you're losing money. And if you keep it up, you're going to be broke. And that's my time. I'm going to pass it over to Vane, who's going to show you guys a business opportunity because I'm super fired up and I love this business. And because of this, I am the one for my family that's changing the entire future generation. And you too can be the one for your family. Vane, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Thank you. Wow, what a powerful evening, right? Good evening, everyone. So happy to have all of you here, whether you're a business owner with us already or you're a guest.